पोलराइजेशन ऑफ इंडियन सोसाइटी, ठीक है, ये जीएस पेपर 1 का पार्ट है, ठीक है. सो let's read the question first. Our question says polarization of Indian society is a problem of major concern. ठीक है, प्रॉब्लम है ये. Why? So we have to examine this statement with reference to the role of social media here. ठीक है, so basically we'll discuss the relevance first. So as we know कि this topic is always, it has been always in news. ठीक है, ये हमेशा एक टॉपिक है जो हमेशा डिबेट में रहता है. सो दैट इज वाई दिस टॉपिक बिकम्स इम्पॉर्टेंट फ्रॉम यूपीएससी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. एंड यस, व्हेन यू सी योर यूपीएससी सिलेबस, ठीक है, वहां पे दे हैव मेंशन सम सेवरल टर्म्स लाइक सेक्युलरिज्म और सेक्युलराइजेशन, communalism in GS paper 1, ठीक है, I'm talking about society syllabus, and polarization, etc. Regionalism, not polarization explicitly, yes, regionalism. So what you need to do is, you need to understand the meaning of these terms first. Okay, while preparing such topics, these topics, first of all you need to be very clear about the meaning of these terms, and what you can do is how you can prepare then these topics. ठीक है, अब आप इसे prepare कैसे करोगे? See, there are various dimensions here. So first of all we need to understand the definition. ठीक है, we need to understand their emergence or any history or their evolution or their origin. ठीक है, कहां से स्टार्ट हुआ, एंड देन देयर इवोल्यूशन, कैसे ये इवॉल्व हुआ विद टाइम, इन ब्रीफ. ठीक है, नो नीड टू गो इन डिटेल. एंड देन एनी, यस, यू नीड टू ऐड एग्जाम्पल रीसेंट इवेंट्स, ठीक है, रिलेटेड टू सच टॉपिक्स. ठीक, देन व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, you need to discuss their advantages if any. You need to prepare their advantages if any, you need to prepare their disadvantages if any. You can also add the impact of globalization यहाँ पे. ठीक है, globalization का क्या impact है, ठीक है, and you need to discuss the reasons. ठीक है, you need to discuss the solution, you need to bring the examples, or you need to bring the steps taken by the government, etc. So while preparing these topics, you need to keep these subheads in your mind. You need to prepare these topic on these lines. ठीक है, आपको ये topic इन lines पे prepare करना है. And yes, please add examples wherever possible. ठीक है, otherwise because these are very static. Yes, these are static topic too, but by adding examples, debate or case study, you can make them more applied. ठीक है, so that is why this topic becomes important from UPSC point of view. Now we will discuss the approach here. So now understand the approach for this question. So question says polarization of Indian society is a problem. So of major concern. ठीक है, ये पहला statement है. So what we have to do, we have to address this first statement. We have to mention in our answer how polarization of Indian society is a major concern. ठीक है, and first of all what we have to address two things here. How, कैसे polarization is a major concern, ठीक है, and then why. We have to examine this statement. ठीक है, we have to examine this statement means we have to bring positives and negatives in discussion. ठीक है, and we have to reach where balanced conclusion. ठीक है, so Question says कि polarization of Indian society is a problem of major concern. Okay, so now we have to examine this statement with the role of social media. So what we have to do, we have to discuss how it is a major concern for Indian society and what role social media is playing. ठीक है, what is the role of social media in polarizing the Indian society? ठीक है, so this is the essence of the question. Now what we will do, we'll start with the introduction. Yes, you can start with the introduction. Then what we'll do, we'll discuss the main body, and where first of all I will discuss why polarization of Indian society is a major concern. Okay, and then we'll discuss how part here, how it is a major concern, and then so now and then in the last we will discuss the conclusion. ठीक है, yes, don't forget to bring this part here because this is important. We have to discuss this statement, we have to write the answer or to this question with a reference to social media, with a reference to the role of social media in polarizing the Indian society. Okay, now let's get started and we'll discuss the introduction first. ठीक है, so for this question introduction, it could be anything. We can start with a definition, we can start with the recent example, debate, data, fact. You all know these things, so I think for this question we can start with how social media is polarizing Indian society. ठीक है, रोल ऑफ सोशल मीडिया हम यहाँ पे स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं इन ब्रीफ. ठीक है, एंड यस यू कैन ऑल्सो स्टार्ट विद द डेफिनेशन हियर. ठीक है, if you don't know about this, you don't know how to start an answer by addressing how social media plays a major role in polarizing Indian society, or what is the role of social media in polarizing Indian society, then definitely you can start your answer with the definition of polarization. ठीक है, so here I have started my answer with by mentioning the, in my introduction I have started my answer the role of social media. Actually role क्या था, and now what social media is doing. ठीक है, how I have started my answer, I have started my answer कि what actually social, what was the role of social media, ठीक है, what it does and now what it is doing. ठीक है, how it is polarizing Indian society. So I have said, let's read the introduction again. Introduction first, this is my intro part. So see how I have started. I said कि while the birth of social media is based on democratic principles, ठीक है, किसके लिए हुआ था, for democratic principles, but it has been also disruptive due to polarized conceptions in Indian society. But we are misusing our social media. Why? Because of yes, it has become disruptive. Why? Because of polarized conceptions, because of polarized views, conceptions of Indian society. ठीक है, so it is not the social media, ठीक है, it is not the social media at fault, but our views, our conceptions. ठीक है, what they are doing, they are polarizing the Indian society by using social media as a means. ठीक है, so I have started my answer like this, and yes, you can start with the definition also. So that this was all about the introduction part. Now we will move forward and we'll discuss the main body. Okay, so this is the main body of the answer. So this is the main body of the answer. See what I have done. I have in the first part I have discussed the polarization of Indian society is a major concern. But so this part is addressing my why part. Why it's a major concern? Because of lack of political awareness, because of lack of social awareness among people. जनता में ये awareness थोड़ी कम है, इसीलिए that is why it's a major concern. Why? Because political awareness नहीं है तो क्या हो रहा है? They are creating stories to influence people views, and now they push a political agenda or cause what confusion for power play. Politics, ठीक, political awareness नहीं है तो yes, they will do this and you will get trapped here. Now second is social awareness, because of lack of social awareness. ठीक है. When I'm saying social awareness, what does it mean? It means because abhi bhi in India, casteism, regionalism, etc. these things dominates in our society, and ऐसा कुछ भी इंसिडेंट या कुछ भी होता है तो ये संभावनाओं में यहाँ बह जाते हैं. एंड व्हाट हैपेंस अगेंस्ट, क्या होता है, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स होते हैं, क्लैशेस होते हैं. ठीक है, ये क्या करता है, इट डिवाइड्स आवर सोसाइटी, इट सेग्रीगेट्स आवर सोसाइटी और द सोशल फैब्रिक of our society. ठीक है, and what happens, it creates conflict. ठीक है, it creates clashes among people. ठीक है, so that is why it's a major concern, because most of us are not politically aware, most of us do not have social awareness. That is why it becomes dangerous for us. ठीक है, now next is what I have discussed here, how it is a major concern. ठीक है, in this part I have addressed the how part. So first point is echo chamber. Okay, what is means it is an enclosed space where views are enforced and alternative ideas are not considered. ठीक है, these are the enclosed space where views are enforced and alternative ideas are not considered. And then what happens, so यहाँ पे क्या होता है कि social platforms are being used to share content, ठीक है, without any obligation to verify it. Then what happens against, it causes what, clashes. It results in what, segregation of division, we can say, or segregation of Indian society. ठीक है, now next is attitude. So how attitude, because what happens ki for business profit, what they will do, you will get standardized or you will get routine prompts, ठीक है, to follow the people of same interest. So in this way what they are doing, they are polarizing our society. ठीक है, उनके they are polarizing our views. ठीक है, they are polarizing our thoughts. ठीक है, now next is spread of fake news. ठीक है, so due to biases of or human errors, has been growing trend of misinformation like like fake news. ठीक है, so now next point is fake news. Why social media is a threat? I mean, by it because it's rapid. It spreads any news, ठीक है, in rapid pace or rapid speed. That is why it becomes very dangerous. ठीक है, now next point is hate speech and online trolling. Yes, it is in trend. Online trolling तो आप देखते ही होंगे. The features of openness and anonymity that once gave strength to marginalized community are now giving room for mean intentions to grow. ठीक है, so in this way we are polarizing our social media. They are polarizing our Indian society. So these were the few topics. These were few topics I have discussed here. You can add more topics, ठीक है, in discussion. And this is the conclusion here. In this conclusion, ठीक है, this is the conclusion here. So what I have done, I have concluded my answer here by giving the way forward. ठीक है, by mentioning the way forward. And yes, so that's all about this question. Let's quickly recall, or let's quickly revise what we have done till now. In this question, we have started the question with the relevance, ठीक है, with its relevance, because this topic is always in news. ठीक है, that is why this topic becomes important from UPSC point of view, and we need to prepare. Yes, we need to be prepared. And then in next question we have discussed the approach, how we are going to solve the question here, and we have also discussed the structure ठीक है. Possible structure of this answer like introduction, main body, and in main body what we will discuss, why part, we will address the why part, we will address the how part, and in the end we will come to the conclusion. So here this is the question, and I have started my answer with the introduction. And yes, in introduction what I have done, I will started my answer the role of social media in polarizing Indian society. So what I have done is, I am not criticizing the social media here. I'm saying कि it's not social media but our views and conceptions, ठीक है, our disruptive views and conceptions, what they are doing, they are polarizing the Indian society using social media as a means. ठीक है. So that is how I have started my answer. And then in the second part, in the main body, what I have done, I have addressed the why part. Why it's a concern, ठीक है? Why social media? मतलब why it's a concern, or how? Yes, you can say why it's a concern. So yes, because of lack of political awareness, because of lack of social awareness. So इससे क्या हो जाता है कि it becomes dangerous. And it becomes very easy to target people. ठीक है? And next, in the second part of the main body, what I have done how they are polarizing the society, how we are polarizing our society by using social media. So in this I have discussed few points here, and that was all about the main body. And in the end I have concluded my answer, and in conclusion what I have done, I have given the way forward or the solutions to tackle this issue. ठीक है. So that's all about this question. I hope it helps. And again I'm repeating here. So question, so this discussion is not about the feeding of content feeding, but about how we can approach any answer, or how we can tackle any question, ठीक है, in the examination hall. So that's all about it, and I hope it helps. Thank you.